So this is my review of the K688CT microphone, which is by Fifine, which if you haven't heard of that company, well, don't worry, you're going to hear a lot more. This is one of the best-selling microphones on Amazon right now. Full disclosure, Fifine did send me this microphone free of charge. However, they do not have any say in my review, not a little bit. And I will have a link in the description box that will be an affiliate link that will help support this channel at no additional cost to you. So I don't know why I'm going to do a review other than just to be giving them more spotlight on my channel. However, I'm going to give the hottest of takes, but you can take it with a grain of salt because again, it's one of the best selling microphones on Amazon. With that being said, let's get into the video. Let's do this. And yes, it was in the box this time. So let's start this thing off right. This is the box right here, the box that I just tossed, and I'm gonna open it up so that you can see everything that's in this box right now. What you get in the box is this right here, a user guide, which will be on the very top of the box. You get this microphone, which is the Fifine microphone that I was just talking about. You can see that it has a USB and XLR input. It comes with a USB cable. It comes with a mic arm in the box and a clamp so you can get with the times here, whatever else that is right here. I don't know what that is. Now, I must admit, I saw a review before this and they said that the microphone feels cheap. It is very lightweight. That is one thing I will say about it. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with it being lightweight. This latch right here, you know, it doesn't feel bad, to be fair. And if I was to pull off whatever this crap is right here, it doesn't look bad. And you can see that this is a dynamic microphone. So most of your dynamic range would be at the very top of this unit and not on the side of this unit. So this is how you would capture your voice, at the top right here. Otherwise, I think it's cool that it comes with its own shock mount. Otherwise, if you was to buy any other microphone, it would cost a lot more money for the price. And that's what I want to talk about. The whole entire thing is price point driven. So everything is convenient. If I was to play with this mic arm, the mic arm feels fairly decent. It doesn't seem like it would be a problem. I don't think so. The clamp in itself looks like this. Again, we've already pulled it out, but if I was to talk about the build quality of this, spinning it around, I don't think this is a terrible item to have. The USB cable is okay. I mean, it is what it is, but I like the fact that they did not just use some regular zip tie or something like that. It is something that you can take off. And then if you had to put this back up, you can easily put it back together, even though I'm struggling right now. It is also worth mentioning that there is a white version of this if you do not want to use an all black version, because I know there's a lot of gamers or podcasters that get tired of the black style microphones that are out there in abundance. Now let's just go ahead and assemble this thing. Now, again, we have already talked about the build quality and my opinion on it just firsthand and first reaction. As we're building this thing, it doesn't seem like it's a very difficult unit to put together. And as I keep on assembling this unit, I can see that it's just not hard to assemble at all. It will take me a minute and we're not going to go through it, but you don't need any instructions on how to do it. You just put your microphone right here, spin it around on this doohickey, and you'll be able to screw it together. And the mic arm is on. It's on the mic arm right now. I'm putting stuff back together. I'm going to go ahead and put the clamp on here so you can see how that process works. And then you have this doohickey here that we need to make sure that is well and embedded in this unit. And I'm going to screw it on, make sure that it doesn't fall off. And if it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Because that's the beauty of having something like this. Again, stressing the price point. It's $80. It's an $80 package. And you get a microphone that's both USB and XLR. And for the most part, I have not seen any complaints online about this unit at its price point. Okay, I'm starting to complain about it now. It just fell off, whatever. I think it'll work best if I actually take this clamp here, move it back. And yes, I do have another mic arm over there. We're going to get into that test a little later, but I'm just going to go ahead and unscrew this thing right here. So now that you can see that it is assembled, I can pull it. And honestly, this mic arm is fairly decent and honestly a little better than my Elgato mic arm. Perhaps not in build quality, but in terms of just flexibility, I think it's fairly decent. But there is a big problem with having a mic arm like this and a desk like this. If you have a desk that has these weird little niches on it. Well, this microphone would probably fall off in this sense. And as you can see, my Elgato mic arm actually sits flush right beside it. And let me get a good, so you can get a good look at it. But mind you, I got a good look at it. The Elgato is sitting flat on there, while this is sitting kind of weirdly. And as you can see, if you have a desk similar to mine, it could be a little problematic, and you might want to consider getting another mic arm or having a desk that is not like that. And while we're at it, we'll just move the mic arm around a little bit. And as you can see, it's kind of sliding off and it's not stable. So that is a thing that you will have to adjust along with these latches, these couple of latches. They have to be adjusted so that you won't have this problem. And as you can see, it fell off because of that issue that I pointed out earlier. How other brands solve this issue is by having a better latch or a better clamp, something, a bigger washer. I don't know what this is really called, but I would say the washer needs to be bigger. But the biggest question will be the sound quality. How does it sound? This is the quality of my XLR microphone that I've already had. And this is the quality from the K688CT. And for kicks and giggles, this is my wireless mic. Which sounds the best? For the next magic trick, I'm going to use this USB wire right here or a USB Type-C wire and plug it into the computer to see if there's any difference in sound. We are currently listening to this via USB Type-C, and to be honest, I am not so much of a fan of the sound, but then I have to listen to it in post because I have not listened to it in post. They have two different controls at the bottom of this microphone. I did not talk about it. One for your headphones, because I do have my headphones plugged up to this unit, and then one for the microphone in itself. But as I look through the OBS, I can see that it's coming in kind of hot, but I do run a compressor on my OBS. I use a virtual compressor that's for a free VST plugin or whatever, and I totally enjoy. So if you're wondering how I'm getting these super loud vocals, that's how I'm doing it. But other than that, I think the audio quality, as far as I hear it out of my headphones, is not bad. It's just not bad. And matter of fact, the only reason why, before I even get into the spiel here, yes, it does have a hot mute. I find that to be convenient. It'd be more convenient if you could just cut it off through some software, because sometimes you will have someone that is talking that you just want to cut off their mic and they need their mic cut off. I'm just going to be real with you. Now, with this being said, I want to go ahead and talk about just the general use cases for this and who is it for and why would you pay such a little price, and would audio quality matter? Because, I'm supposed to be this big old YouTuber influencer that has all this knowledge with gear and all that. And to a certain point I do, and I can talk about specs until my face falls off. But does that really matter though? Does that matter to the average person? And that's what it's for. And it's kind of hard to argue this point right here. If we look at this joint on Amazon, the Fifine K688 podcast mic is going for how much money and how many people like it, and it's called the Amazon choice. And I'm pretty sure people want me to say something like, oh, well, what do you think it is? I think it's fairly decent for the price. I can tell you right now that most microphones, when you are someone that is a content creator, the first thing that you're going to wonder about is if that microphone works. And it's kind of hard to argue the price point, and if there's better microphones out there when this is under $100 and it could deliver on the things that people want, because its main focus is podcasting, but you can use it for any use case that you want. I mean, it has everything you need. The only thing that I will complain about is the mic arm. The mic arm is atrocious, but at least you're getting a mic arm. And what if that's your secondary microphone for your podcast? You can literally get 3 microphones from Fifine, this microphone right here, for under $300. 3. But are there microphones out there that are much better, that can do a better job? Absolutely. But the average person, when you're trying to argue with them and they see that it is a 4.5 on Amazon, good luck with that. And if it breaks, guess what? It's easy to replace. Versus you paying $1,000 for a Neumann microphone and then you have to get it serviced over a couple of years. Which one do you think most people are going to pay for? Let me know in the comments.